Hello, my name is Benjamin Timothy Goby, and for my project, the BTG Interviews, today I am interviewing
Sally Mortemore.
What are you known for, Sally?
Most widely known for Harry Potter, Madam Pince in Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets. Also the Hogwarts Mystery Game, which came out last year or the year before, one or the other. Was in an episode of Doctors earlier this year. I did an episode of White Heat, which was a fab series for BBC Two. Ollie Kepler's, what was it called? Ollie Kepler's Expanding Purple World, which was a great film, all about problems with mind. What else? And I've done lots of theatre. I'm working for companies like the David Glass Ensemble, Redshift Theatre Company, English Shakespeare Company.
Question 1. At what age did you start acting and what inspired you to become an actress?
Okay. I'll go with what inspired me first.
Mm-hmm.
I was about 4 years old and I had older parents. So they'd got to the stage in their lives where they were going on conferences. So because I wasn't at school, I was taken with them. So at the age of 4, I saw Kenneth Moore on stage at the Grand Theatre in Brighton, I think it was. And I was so blown away by somebody being able to be somebody else so convincingly. I just knew it's what I wanted to do. And my mum and I were walking along the seafront the following day at home, and he was coming towards us, and I remember tugging her hand and saying, I want to be him. And then I went to full-time ballet school when I was 13, but knowing I wanted to be an actor. And it just so happened that you had to have acting classes as well at ballet school, and I just was enjoying those more and more, and I decided that was the way I really wanted to go. So I went to drama school at age 17, did 3 years and went straight into rep.
Question 2. What has been your best and most challenging roles in your career?
Challenging roles, gosh, I think hopefully, I would say all of the roles I've ever done have been challenging because I like to challenge myself. I always strive to find the truth of a character, and sometimes it's harder to find. Sometimes it's just the most exhilarating feeling when you really discover a through line about why a person is the way they are. I've played the Scottish Queen 4 times. Each time it's been very different. I've played Gertrude in Hamlet twice. Again, very different. And that's a challenge. But it happens spontaneously, the way that the character is so different to when you first played them, because of the person you're playing opposite. I played April White in a John Patrick Shanley play at the Gate Theatre in Notting Hill back in 1987. I played April White. She was a very lonely woman who would go to a bar every day and drink brandy Alexanders. And then she's silent most of the time until she has this most wonderful speech about why she became an alcoholic. And it's the most moving speech I've ever done, I think. And I got that role because somebody in the cast had got a film. And so they were going to be leaving, and people went up. So the woman playing my role went to play the lead role, which was the one that the actress was leaving. And I was just seen walking through the Gate Theatre, and they said, would you like to be in the show? And we had 5 days rehearsal, and that was it. Yeah. And it was the most challenging, I think, to do that in such a short space of time.
Okay. Which actors, actresses and other members in the film and television and film industry have you enjoyed working with before, and are there any you would like to work with in the future?
Oh, wow.
Good question.
That is a big question. If Alan Rickman was still alive, I would have said I would like to work with him. It was lovely working with him on Harry. He just had so much knowledge, and he was very humble as well.
It's the actor that portrayed Severus Snape, isn't it?
Yeah.
And he was also in Die Hard.
Die Hard. He wrote so many things.
Yeah.
And so many things on stage as well. Just a really lovely man. And I would love to have done something else with him, but sadly that will not happen. Who else would I like to work with? I'd love to work with Judi Dench. I never have. I've met her and she is just delightful. I'd love to work with her. It's a really difficult question. Sort of.
People you've enjoyed working with before? Is there anyone in particular?
Well, Alan Rickman. Kenneth Branagh. Ed Hogg in Ollie Kepler's Expanded Purple World. He's the most extraordinary actor. I don't know why more people don't know about him, to be honest. And I saw him in a play at the Gate, and he blew me away. So yeah, I'd love to work with him. It's so difficult to answer that question because there are so many wonderful people.
There's so many actors out there now, isn't there? There's loads.
But there's also so many wonderful people who nobody's ever heard of. I've worked with some extraordinary actors who give so much. There are a lot of actors out there who internalise everything, and it's actually quite hard to work with them sometimes. But some actors they just give, and you can give back, and that's when it's such a beautiful thing.
Question 4. Is there any role or character you would like to portray in the future? Or is there any particular TV show or film you would like to work on?
I have always wanted to play Mrs. Danvers in Rebecca. For years I wanted to play her. And I do hope I get the opportunity at some point. She's extraordinary. I did a show donkeys years ago in Greenwich and played a character that was very similar. And one of the reviews said as much. But it wasn't as well written as Mrs. Danvers is in the novel. I mean, Mrs. Danvers is just extraordinary. I'd love to play her. Queen Margaret in 3 Parts of Henry VI. I'd love to play her. I'd love to be in Peaky Blinders.
Who doesn't these days?
Well, yes. There is something that I would kill to be in at the moment, and I've just had a casting for it, and I haven't heard anything yet, so I'm just putting it out there. I can't say what it is, I'm sorry, but I would love to do that. I should say that I'm a huge animal lover. That's just a hint.
Okay.
So, yeah, good vibes.
Yeah. Question 5. As an actress, how do you feel your career has adapted over the years, and which areas of acting do you feel you need to improve in?
I've done a lot of theatre. I've done a lot of physical theatre as well, so combining the dance with the acting. And I think I'm at an age now where it has to change, because physically you can't do it. If you have an injury, which is pretty often in physical theatre, your body just doesn't heal so quickly.
Not like in the movies.
Not like in the movies. I want to do more screen work, and I do like a challenge. I've always liked a challenge. my career in certain ways hasn't gone in the way that I necessarily have wanted it to. But I'm still here. And I've still got time.
Yep. Question 6. What advice would you have for myself or any other young person looking to get a job as an actor or any other job in the film and television industry?
Just give it a go. Believe in yourself. Understand that there's huge knockbacks all the time. And you have to pick yourself up and carry on. The rejection is huge, and your resilience has to be huger.
Yeah.
Because otherwise you will fall apart. I don't think that is taught enough in drama schools. How, if you go for a casting, you might be penciled for it, you might then be heavy penciled for it. And there's still, and you build yourself up and you think, well, I must have it, and then you don't get it. And it's shattering, because A, you've already spent the money that you're going to be paid. So the money's been taken away. But it's not just that, it's that opportunity to prove to yourself what you can do. And then that gets taken away from you. And that's hard. And you just have to pick yourself up and carry on. Because it's not necessarily anything to do with you.
Just the way it goes.
Yeah.